Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to the Dritte Liga. Today we are in Mannheim for the match between Waldhof Mannheim and Freiburg 2 on match day 8 of the 2023-24 campaign. Karl Benz Stadion, as you can see, filling up towards its capacity of around 26,000, and everyone in the ground rocking and ready to go on this pleasant Saturday afternoon in Germany. Freiburg have made the 200 or so kilometre journey to be here today, remaining towards the south of the country. There's also not a huge distance between the two sides in the current standings. We'll get on to that in a bit. For now, let's look at how the two teams are going to set up. Waldhof have gone for a 4-2-3-1 setup. The big news at the front and the back of the team. Jan Christoph Bartels, the keeper, returns between the sticks after a period for Lucien Horyluk, which has been varied, and Jesiah Hermann up front in the place of regular number 10. As for Freiburg, Niklas Sorter comes in between the sticks for them. Another new face. What has been a varied defensive lineup for Freiburg so far this season, with Benjamin Uphoff injured. Teenager Lauren Mack came on in his place. Then it was the even younger 18-year-old Jasso Juntinen in for the two matches, but one clean sheet and then 4 conceded last time out. It's now the turn of 20-year-old Niklas Sorter. To have Amadi Al-Gadioui alongside Breunig in what is a 4-4-2 formation for Freiburg. Yes, disappointing starts to the campaign. Surprisingly so, considering they finished last season 7th and 2nd respectively. Freiburg, of course, unable to be promoted as a reserve team. They have never finished in the bottom half since their promotion to the 3rd tier in 2019, but they've been below their recent standards so far this year. Started off with a 2-0 loss to 1860. First point on match day 2, I should say. Still disappointing, giving up a 2-0 lead at home to VfB Lübeck. Next up, another loss, yet an understandable one, away at Dynamo Dresden. Maybe gave them some confidence, because it was back-to-back wins after that, 3-2 and 3-1 against Hallescher and Preußen Münster. They all came crashing down as they were reduced to 9 men. Lost 2-0 at home to Ulm. Last weekend, though, a 1-1 draw, conceding in the 88th minute to Saarbrücken. So still looking to get their campaign really up and running. It's even worse for Freiburg, though. Runners-up last season, as mentioned. It's 1 point off the champions, but a nightmare opening 5 games. From bottom of the pile, just 2 points. Even lost a friendly with second-tier Swiss side FC Schaffhausen during the international break. Did bounce back with a 2-0 win over Arminia Bielefeld a couple of weeks ago, but then a heavy loss on home soil last time out, 4-1 to Ingolstadt, looking to concede 3 and 6 second-half minutes, where they were reduced to 10 when Lucas Ambros was dismissed. Felix Vella, the referee for this afternoon's game. His assistants Fabien Porsche and Jona Besson. 2 captains dealing with the pre-match admin. There is Jesiah Hermann, who'll be looking to make an impact. It has been a rare start for him. Scored after coming off the bench last game. What could and should have been perhaps the winner. Also during a 3-1 win over Preußen Münster. Sub again on that day, and now rewarded with a start. Freiburg might just start the game a little cautiously. Can't afford to let this one get away from them. It was a steady start in that win against Arminia. They'll be looking for a similar performance. What has been a rarity for them in a win so far this season. Pretty evenly balanced in the head-to-head between these two sides. 26 meetings, 10 wins for Waldhof, 11 for Freiburg, 5 matches drawn. What will it be today? And we do get underway. Slight delay there after the referee's whistle. But we are now underway on matchday 8 in the Dritte Liga. Waldhof Mannheim taking on Freiburg 2. Waldhof in their home strip, blue and black, shooting from left to right as we watch on in this first half. Freiburg in red, looking to spring another surprise on the road. Do what they did against Armenia a couple of weeks ago. Do currently sit second from bottom in the standings. Desperate to find some confidence and get some points on the board. Haven't scored more than a single goal in 8 of their last 9 away games against Waldhof. Looking to put that particular stat to bed. Giving away an early free kick here though. Whistle clumsy from Hamadi Al-Gadioui, protesting his innocence to the referee. As Bentley Baxter-Barn picks himself up. Wonderful name, Bentley Baxter-Barn, number 7 for Waldhof. One of the more experienced members of the team. A chance here for the home side. And it's just about kept out by Nicolas Sauter. You mentioned another youngster given the responsibility of goalkeeping duties for Freiburg. And an early tester for him there. Brought in to the starting 11. 4th keeper used already on matchday 8. Getting down quickly. Initially spilling a shot from Lauren Jans. Able to gather it up before Kelvin Araze pounced on the loose ball. Early fright there for the away side, but they survive. Look to do something of their own at the other end. Nice ball through. Won't quite break though for Davino Napa. Another introduced, brought into the starting 11 for this game. On the right wing, the 20-year-old. Quite a lively start. I wondered openly whether it would be a little cautious. Both these sides, as you mentioned, with hit and miss campaigns, and more misses than hits in truth so far. This is a promising start though from the home side. And another attempt on goal. Hand of apology from Araze. Certainly worth a pop though from just outside the area. Hands overlapping on the right, looking to get involved again. Corner, first set piece of the game, goes the way of the hosts. Will be Abifade to take the in-swinger for the left footer. Has some pace on the delivery, it's headed away though. A foot race, which Jonas Karls just about comes out on top of. Bartel's more experienced keeper. All the way through to his opposite number. Bartel started matchday 1 and 2, then, at least in part due to injury, hasn't played any of the last 4 games. Lucien Horiluk brought in. Bartel's now reclaiming that spot, the traditional number 1 with the number 1 shirt. Number 40 for Sauter. Shows you something about the goalkeeping situation for the away side. As mentioned, it was Benjamin Uphoff going off injured a few games ago, which saw Lauren Mack brought in. Such a promising start for Jantunen, the 18-year-old. That clean sheet, but 4-1 loss last time out. Clearly, Thomas Dam deciding to give Sauter another opportunity. Did play a few times in the last 2 seasons. And down the other end, not a first tester for Bartels. Sliced well away from goal. Jan's getting well up that right wing, the right back. Returns after his suspension, sent off a couple of games ago. It was a second yellow though, so a shorter suspension. Freiburg confident enough to play it out from the back under a bit of pressure. It's officially, as we said, in the build-up, 4-2-3-1 for Mannheim, at least on the team sheet, but Bafadi getting up pretty much alongside Hermann for a lot of this first few minutes. It's been working so far, threatening more than their visitors in the opening minutes. Better spell of possession though for Freiburg here. A few reassuring touches in for a side surely low on confidence. Farner scored the equaliser on matchday 1, the right back. Focused on his defensive duties so far, given away by Mika Bauer. Break from that high press. Yeah, Waldhof. You reserve some energy for later on. Araze there, putting a bit more pressure on Sauter. Potentially careless, but just about recovering Lauren Jans. Bouncing in the stands. Hasn't been the best start to the season, but they're remaining positive. Julian Stark in the rainbow armband on the day. He's 22, fairly young captain. Free kicks taken short. Delivery will come in now, but it's also a little short, headed away before it got to a truly threatening area. Might get another opportunity though. Ryan Nils Johansson on the left. Good run of form at the moment. Scored in his last 2. Albeit consolation in that 4-1 loss most recently. A promising start for the new signing to life in Germany. Joined from Sevilla in the summer. With the throw. It's been heavily involved in this campaign. Obviously, mentioning those 2 yellows that turned into a red and the suspension a couple of games ago. He's also scored 2, assisted 1. 3 yellows and 1 red in his first 6 appearances and involved early on here. Rudiger there on the sidelines. Said that his team have showed they have quality this year. They play compactly and have a lot of interesting approaches going forwards. He said they've only lacked results so far, which will surely change as the season goes on. It's about Freiburg. True of both sides, though. Who can break the deadlock here? Delivered in by Abifade. Be another corner for the home side. Dealt with by Jordi Makengo, left back. From France, started with Auxerre. Now over the border. Has been with Freiburg for a while. Heading towards 50 appearances now. Hermann with the corner this time, the outswinger, it's not far wide. This time it was Julian Riekman going close. Looks like it'll be another corner. Riekman certainly appealing. I think the players remaining in the box. Caught on the volley. Must just have been blocked by Al Gadioui. Waldhof threatening here. That's 3 decent opportunities in just over 10 minutes. Only add to the atmosphere inside the stadium. The bouncing fans. Take 2 for Hermann. Delivered in low. Neither player really getting a foot to the ball, and it will be a Freiburg free kick. Friedlin Wagner, player challenging. To flick it on. Followed closely by Philipp Fahner. Fullback doing enough. Down by Makengo. There's a bit of space here maybe for Freiburg to utilise. Brought forwards by Napper. In truth, had better options though. Ran down a bit of a blind alley. And it's home side looking to break, but not quite able to get there, Hermann. Towards Hermann again. Be an aerial threat throughout the game, you'd imagine. 1.9 meters tall, or around about 6'3" for those of you working in metric. He's also got football heritage behind him, son of the Ghanaian former player Charles Akona. It's been showing those genetics have done for him in recent weeks, said, scoring from the bench. Now looking to prove he's got what it takes from the first minute. At the moment though, it's Freiburg on the attack, looking to create something down the right. Not winning the corner though. Once again fizzling out. Just missing the final ball, as has been the case for the visitors in this opening quarter of an hour. Napper again has been involved, and yes, just getting a little touch. Naturally, the appeal from both players, this would always be the case. A slightly sheepish, guilty look from Napper. He knew got that last touch. Hermann dropping deep. Playing it forwards to Kelvin Araze. Not getting the return ball. It's back with Waldhof though. Outnumbered. Calvin Arazi. Maybe an opportunity to get it out of their half. Space for Makengo to run into. Continues down the left wing. And it was Johansson trying to pick him out, who appears to have switched from right to left already. It's also the case in the last couple of games. Great feet again from Johansson. Trying to hang on to possession. Not quite able to. It was from the right that he scored in the 2-0 win against Armenia, cutting inside and throwing a low shot into the corner with his left foot. Can play the inverted, more regular wing rolls. I'm sure we'll see him switch back and forth throughout the 90 minutes. It's nicely worked. Eventually snuffed out, and the through ball is a promising one. Just about dealt with by Serge Müller. Had to get there first. This ball forwards from Sorta. Playing some nice football, Freiburg, but not really able to get into the Waldhof third so far in the game. Nice interplay around the middle of the park. It's not built to anything substantial just yet. That one left by Gadui. No one behind him. Also play on the wing, Gadui, but employed in front two alongside the more traditional target man of Breunig. He's even taller than Josiah Hermann, 1.93 Breunig. So aerial threats at both ends for the respective backlines to deal with. Battling around the edge of that Mannheim third. Referee clearly going for a free kick. Couldn't quite hear over the din being created by the Waldhof faithful. It was a 7th place finish in the end for Waldhof last season. Something of an all-or-nothing campaign. He drew on just 3 occasions. Finished as the only top half side with a negative goal difference, thanks largely to 3 thrashings: 4-0 to Dortmund 2, 6-2 to SV Meppen, and 5-0 to Osnabrück. I guess you can see that in the way they've started this campaign. They've shown promise, but also been dealt a few blows. It's a little better though. Start to this game, and they're building this one nicely. Not able to sneak through the final pass though. It's 4 losses from their final 6 games last season. It crushed any slim chance they had of promotion, or at least a spot in the DFB Pokal. I'm sure they would have been harbouring ambitions of building on that this season. As I mentioned, never finished in the bottom half since their promotion in 2019. Has not been going to plan as yet. A win here though could launch them into the top half, depending on other results across the weekend. 8 points from 7 games. Freiburg just looking to get out of the relegation zone. Can't get into the Mannheim box as yet. Need some help from those above them if they are to escape the drop zone. Alisher and Lübeck playing later on. Both a couple of points above them. Armenia side they beat 2 weeks ago. Then Reach in 16th, having already played and lost. And this is not the kind of battles Freiburg thought they'd be taking on this year. Another long ball. Just over the head of Hermann. Nearly nicking in there, Wagner, but just beyond his though. Battling header from Jans. Tempo's just dropped a little. The last 5 minutes after an energetic start. Sides perhaps figuring each other out. With the defeat so costly. Neither will be wanting to drop the ball first. Jans. Way back to Seckelman, and even further to Bartels. Waldhof will pick their moment going forwards, in no hurry currently. With the throw, and Freiburg come away with it. Makengo again, stretching his legs on the left wing. Careless pass though, not finding Johansson. Once again, the hand of apology extended. It's been the case so far for Freiburg when they've got a little bit of space, which has been a rarity. Although very compact to this point, they haven't been able to exploit it. It is a long ball forwards from Mannheim. Arm goes down, holding his back, but the referee's unswayed. Freiburg might look to capitalise here. Shielded by Bauer. Holds on to possession under the pressure of Riekman. The whistles from the home crowd that this ball hasn't been put out. The referee has now intervened. Go and check on Jans. It is, in fact, who's down. Battling with Makengo, and you see the knee into the side there. They've been a bit painful. No malintent, I have to say, from the left back. He won the ball. It's a matter of timing between the two jumping. Jan's a little late there. And the Rem will hope to be forced into an early change. See if Jans is able to right himself. Still looks in a fair amount of pain. Looked over by the medics though. Do everything he can to continue. Dutch-born, but plays for Luxembourg national side. Very experienced there. The 31-year-old, 93 appearances, just the 1 goal. For Luxembourg, he was away with the national team in the recent international break. Back into the Waldhof side now, as I think he will also be in this game. Just the 1 goal for Luxembourg, but as mentioned, he's been amongst the goals. 2 already this season, 5 in his time with Waldhof. He joined from Sparta Rotterdam in the summer of 2022. Bad for a fullback, 5 goals already. And the first shot on target in this game. Back on the pitch, having to hold the defensive line there, but ball forward, overhit. Lacking again from Freiburg. Flags continue to fly in the Carl Benz Stadion. Built in 1994 and was named after Carl Benz, of course of Mercedes-Benz, whose Benz patent motor car in 1885. It's considered the first modern automobile. It was invented in Mannheim. Waldhof looking to motor on after a promising start in this game. It's Freiburg currently in their half though, which has been more of a rarity. Bauer with some space to run into. Options. Moves it to Makengo. His delivery flicked on, not fully away by Marcel Siegert. Some more emphatic clearance down on the left touchline. Mannheim need to build on that momentum. We showed early on, it's fizzling out and dynamic in the game could change, all change in a moment. Freiburg do take one of their half chances, which they've been looking to create. The narrative will be very different for the remaining hour of this game. Makengo again looking to break down the left. He's picked out well. Now's the delivery. Not bad. He was threatening to make its way towards Breunig. Dealt with by Fridolin Wagner. Deep lying midfield role. Doing his duties. Just allowing a threatening ball in from the left. To do something similar from the front post at this corner. Bauer to take. It is towards the near corner. Flicked on and up. Another corner for Freiburg. Better spell here for the visitors. The frustration starting to build amongst the home fans. And patience has been tested at times this year. They really do not want to fall behind. Bauer again. Flicked on, just about cleared away. Important, and it was Herrmann doing the defending. The main man, the attacking threat for Mannheim, was pretty much a goal line clearance there. Flicked on at the near post. It wasn't going on target, but with Joel Bixel, yeah, ready to put it in. Crucial clearance from Herrmann. Bixel knows where the goal is. Scored in that 2-0 win over Armenia. He's the opener then as well. Delivered in again. And again. Big chance in the middle. Freiburg currently not taking it. Swing and a miss. And now, Waldhof will look to break. 3-on-3. Play through to Abifade. Gets there first, but doesn't get there a second time round. Great recovery from Mika Bauer, I think it was. And just taking the corner. Running the length of the pitch. It's a nice ball through from Jonas Karls. Napa was beaten. Whether or not Soto would have got there first before Abifade. It was. Important interception. So now, Mannheim back. Same corner. Comfortably enough, headed away. We'll come back at them though. Back out to Herrmann on the right. He's got space to deliver it in again. He's whipped to the front post and diverted brilliantly into the bottom corner by Fridolin Wagner. Well, we wonder whether Herrmann would have the impact, having started from the very first minute. All scoring substitute in the last two, but he's turned provider. In fact, a brilliant ball in and an equally good volley from Wagner. Great technique. Finding himself with space, as did Herrmann on the right. Nonetheless, very tricky to divert that ball deftly home. He did so with aplomb, and that's what it means to those in the stands. After threatening early on, he looked to be on the back foot, but one counter-attack, and a couple of minutes later, Mannheim find themselves in front. Deadlock broken. He said, "No, it can change in an instant." And there, a demonstration of just that. Freiburg with their best period of the game. Now they find themselves behind. And look to respond immediately. A mix up there between Johansson and Makengo nearly cost them. Makengo just about recovering to get in and nick the ball away from Herrmann, who I think is still down. Here the whistles again. This time it is kicked out by the away side. Before the referee was called to intervene. Makengo getting a foot to the ball, certainly. Bit of the man as well. So not a foul. Right decision from the referee. Doesn't mean it didn't hurt a bit for the man who just created the opening goal. Not adding to his tally for the year. nonetheless. Sire Hermann. Justifying his position in the starting 11. There's now 3 goal involvements in 4 games, and only one of them a start. Wagner also on the score sheet for the second time. Scored in the 3-1 win over Preußen Münster. Turned that game around on that occasion. They're looking not to do, but the game is about potentially to turn around here. Out of nothing, Freiburg find themselves an equaliser. Al Gadioui shipping the ball over Bartels. And easy come, easy go. We're back all level a few minutes after Waldhof took the lead. And here the silence has fallen around the stadium. Looked like a nothing ball. And a missed kick from Riekman. Not the best header either from Wagner. And Al Gadioui nicking in ahead of Seckelmann and Bartels. And an equally deft finish as the one we saw at the other end. And we're back all square in Mannheim. After a slow-ish first half an hour to the game, it's been all action in the last 5 or 10 minutes. And now about who can take the momentum into the half-time break. Potentially the lead if we get a third goal. It is really tied at the final whistle between these two sides. Just 5 draws from their 26 meetings, as mentioned before kickoff, and last season that was also the case. 3-2 win for Freiburg early in the season, then a dramatic 2-1 win for Waldhof in April. Goals in the 85th and 94th minute, including one for Wagner there. That was another turnaround. Waldhof will be hoping that this one doesn't turn around, having taken the lead. They have a corner, which is whipped in, and I'll tell you what, I'd like to see the reverse angle on that. Moved away by the goal scorer. It looked like it might have been heading on target, and that could have gone anywhere from Gadioui. He swung a boot at it. Instead, it's take 2 for Hermann. This time with the in-swinger from the other side, looking for another assist. Been decent deliveries, that one a little short. All the way back to Bartels. He'll be disappointed to have been lobbed like that as he returns to goalkeeping duties. Hadn't had much to do up to that point in the game. Not taking nothing away from the finish though. Al Gadioui. Great awareness. And the Moroccan with his first goal for Freiburg. Joined from Sandhausen in the summer. As I said, he employed on the wings for the most part, but now positioned in a more attacking forward position and immediately finding the net. Turned 33 last week, and a belated gift from Waldhof defence. 5 minutes remaining for either side to claim what would be, you'd have to say, a very important lead at half-time. It's Waldhof on the attack currently. Another corner. Some appeals there for a handball. Only really from Ibexaban. See here again, Farner sliding in. May well have caught the hand. Not in an unnatural position though. Been a harsh penalty. Five in the middle to aim at for Hermann. Splitting away towards the back stick. I thought it was going to make its way through to Wagner then for a minute. Head tennis. Still not totally away. It's eventually collected up by Sorter though. So important, yes, if there is a third goal in this game. It's beginning to look fairly likely. Yeah, hammer blow for Waldhof, having taken the lead on home soil. If they were to end up behind, Freiburg, though, in such need of a win. A bit of hope here. Composed play from Al Gadioui, but not able to pick out a teammate in the end. Been around the block has Al Gadioui. Much of his career in Germany. Brief spell with Stuttgart, even in the top tier. Started out with the Bayer Leverkusen reserve side. Dortmund as well. And everything in Germany, bar a brief sojourn to Cyprus. It was a couple of years back. Lovely weather, I'm sure, but clearly missing German football, and back in the Dritte Liga now, back on the score sheet. The 97th goal of his professional career. Johansson with a throw. Looks like it's winding up for a long throw. It is flicked on. Looked like it might fall for Stark for a second, but it's been cleared a couple of times by Mannheim. Nearly given away there. Just the touch lacking. So we get one final opportunity for half-time break. 30 seconds plus whatever additional time is deemed necessary remaining. Two sides perhaps content to go in at level pegging. One final chance here for Freiburg to break away It's a free kick. And the first booking of the game goes the way of Karls. Cynically, in the opinion of the referee, preventing a breakaway attack. You see there the shirt pull on Davino Napa. Frustration for Johansson that the ball didn't make it through. An opportunity now for Mika Bauer. Delivering a free kick. It's a little straight. We'll see what he can do with it. Chipped in. And comfortable enough. Dealt with by Riekman. Groans in the crowd. Isn't much in it. Wixel staying down for a while. Farner gets it back. It's cross blocked. Surely the last opportunity now. And maybe another long throw. You only have so much of a run up. Flicked on. Gadioui challenges for it. Wins a corner, much to the chagrin of the Mannheim home fans. He thought that was a little too heavy on the shoulder barge. The referee disagrees. And Freiburg with a corner. Deep into first half stoppage time. Bauer again. Set piece duty. But again, his set piece headed away. And it will be level at the halfway point. 1-1. A frantic few minutes between the two sides. As Fridolin Wagner put Waldhof ahead after 33 minutes. Beautiful deft volley into the bottom corner. That lead only lasted for 3 minutes though. Hamadi Al Gadioui down the other end, chipping Jan Christoph Bartels. Very much in the balance in what would be an important 3 points for either side. Now a case of who can come out with the momentum for the second half. Hello and welcome back to Mannheim for the second half of this Dritte Liga match between Waldhof Mannheim and Freiburg 2. It's match day 8, and it is 1-1 at the halfway point in this game. Friedhelm Wagner giving the home side the lead after 33 minutes, only for Hamadi Al-Gadioui to equalise 3 minutes later. Waldhof probably the slightly better side overall in the first 45, but clearly Rudiger Rehm deeming that changes were necessary. And clearly Kennedy Onyedika Okpala introduced in the place of whom? Can't be sure just yet. I'm sure that will be confirmed very soon. Back there you go, Jonas Karls, recipient of that yellow card. So a sensible move from Rehm. We'll see what Okpala can do. He's 18 years of age, a youngster, and plenty of promise. And there is an attacking change, traditionally a forward, coming on for Jonas Karls, the left back. We'll see what kind of impact it will have in the remaining 45 minutes. And those 45 minutes are underway. 1-1. And all square as we look for another good half of football. It was a tactical battle more than anything in the first half. Chances at something of a premium. Waldhof probably had more of them. A few early on, and they're looking to get things underway. Fairly sharpish in the second 45 as well. Freiburg with possession. Impressive first piece. Work from Okpala, who wins the ball back. Quite come together. Given away an opportunity for Riekman, and then delivered in and headed over. An early scare, as was the case in the first half. For Freiburg. Kelvin Araze again involved as he was before. Abifade, the curling cross from the left wing. But Araze not able to keep the header down. Nonetheless, I'm sure that's the kind of start to the second half that Rehm would have wanted to see. Not so much for Thomas Stamm. On his side, giving the ball away a few times already. To defend there from Araze again. Nigerian-born Austrian. Suddenly leading the line alongside Hermann. That's a fortunate bounce. Thought for a second. The linesman kept his flag down. Johansson squared up against Bartels. Taken down by Hermann, and he has a go. Wasn't too far away. Had Sauter scrambling towards the right-hand side. Snapshot from the creator of Mannheim's goal. Looking to continue his goal-scoring run of recent weeks. Freiburg once again not managing to even get it out of their own half. See if Thomas Stamm maybe comes up with a change of his own. If things continue like this. Seckelman able to bring it almost to the halfway line, unchallenged. Picks out Riekman nicely. Couldn't quite do the same for Hermann. That does end up with Hermann though. Freiburg remaining compact as they did for large periods of the first half, but struggling to clear the ball. And here's Okpala running at the defence. Goes down on the edge of the area. Referee wags a finger at him to say, I think there was contact. Whether or not you'd say it was a foul, I'm not sure. The ball may have already gone too far away. No debate about that one though. Free blowing for Abifade. High boot. There's the chance just before. Quick feet in between the two. Left her foot dangling, did Serge Müller. Certainly. And I think the lighter touch, perhaps Okpala wouldn't have gone down. But nonetheless, a heavy moment, as this could be as well. And you wondered where that was going to drop. Here was Joel Bixel flicking on the defensive header. On the right net a couple of weeks ago, nearly finding the wrong net. One that you certainly wouldn't want to. Just there. Nervously watching it. Whistle past his post, Nicholas Sortat. Not the tallest goalkeeper, which could be a problem at set pieces. See that again there. Decent with his hands though, and that was well held. He's had to deal with quite a few set pieces already in the 50 minutes so far. It is difficult. He's noticeably not coming out off his line more often than not. Chance for Johansson to try his luck from range. Not dissimilar to the goals he's scored in recent weeks. Part of the Bayern youth system, Ryan Niels Johansson. Having returned to Germany from Sevilla, he's having quite an impact for this Freiburg team, which is still trying to find its feet. It's looked their best creative opportunity, but they're defending again here. Not as well struck as Kelvin Araze would have hoped. A right smile from the forward. Sure, Freiburg are quite set in what they're doing from these goal kicks. Was taken short by Müller to Sortat. He ended up in a halfway house, not really playing it short. Moving it along again, and it comes back at him very quickly once again. Strike. Not good enough once again, though, to threaten him. Hermann. This time slicing his effort wide. Freiburg barely got the ball out of their own half since the restart. Now maybe an opportunity to do so, laid off by the goalscorer Al Gadioui. Now Makengo turning this way and that. The rangy left back flicked on by Stark. Johansson holds on to it. Makengo. Johansson again. Gives the overlap. Johansson cuts inside. This time doesn't try his luck. Over hits the pass. Much to his own frustration. Rudiger M. Pretty pleased with his starts. Side start to the second half. Started his own playing career with Waldhof between 1997 and 2001, only 44 two fairly young managers. Thomas Stamm also just turned 40. 93 appearances for Waldhof as a player, Rüdiger before moving on to other German clubs such as Auer and Kickers Offenbach. He was into coaching straight away after his playing days ended, though, with his final club, Sonnenhof Rossesbach. He's had spells with Arminia, Bielefeld, Wien, Wiesbaden and Ingolstadt before joining this summer. Yes, it's been a shaky start to the campaign for Waldhof and, of course, thus for him. President Bernd Beetz has said he's pretty satisfied. Waldhof underwent a significant change in the summer. Focus being on rejuvenation, potential for development in the squad, so a number of younger players, as we can see on the pitch already. Wagner there in the tackle, but then pulling back and giving away the free kick. 16 departures, 13 new faces for Waldhof this summer. So always likely to take a while to gel in this new look side. And that is what Beetz has said. He's satisfied. Just has to ensure they earn some more points. I'm satisfied with the way the team's playing. Morale's good. Seeing positive changes. He said, making me optimistic for the rest of the season. Barely 1 point per game. Of course, not what we'd hope for in terms of results, but given the overall effort, should improve in terms of rescue results and points. League's still very close. Table doesn't really mean anything just yet. I'm sure they wouldn't mind being in the top half, though. That could be the situation come the end of the weekend. Plenty of praise for Rem as well. They've been impressed with his meticulous and goal-oriented approach. Worked with the team so far. Goals haven't really been the issue for Waldhof. Scored 10 so far, which is not bad. Only 2 fewer than the leaders, Dynamo Dresden. They've also produced a number of big non-league wins. 5-1 in a friendly with Vedesheim during the international break. 4-0 over Eppingen in the Baden Cup and 8-0 over Lauda in the one before that. Been conceding. It's been their bigger issue. Once again, they're showing what they can do in attack here. Fizzling out in the end. Good and important challenge, well timed. Went potential counter-attack for Freiburg. They have a player down in the box. They're continuing on though. Give it away now. And give away a free kick as well. Napa leaving a leg. And it's Philipp Farner who's still down in the box. There's the final free kick that stopped play with about 3 or 4 players in various parts of the turf. Farner there holding his upper thigh, maybe groin issue. If that's the case, we might see a first change from Thomas Stamm. Parla having switched over to the right wing. Causing a nuisance there as well. As is Araze. Looking lively. An attacking setup now for Mannheim. Stamm just watching on, waiting to see if he'll need to replace his fullback. 4, clearly the message. Whether that's still wanting a back line of 4, or how he wants this free kick defended, which is very much one way out in terms of about any kind of wall. They'll get a chance to clear their lines, and Varna will get a chance to return to the action. Clearly not a long-term problem. Comfortable enough in pressing a fair amount on that. No problem for the right-hand side. That groin. Moving perfectly well, but moving in the wrong direction there to receive the ball from Mika Bauer. Miscommunication from the throat. Give it away. It's all careless. It's been a situation at times throughout this game for the visitors. Maybe that will be the approach. Maybe that's the plan, just to sit back and protect what would be not the worst draw, the way things have been going. Hope to maybe steal all 3 points, and given the opportunity with a counter-attack. We saw what they can do on the counter. It was not far from a counter and the equaliser as well. They're certainly not pressing from the front. Most of the first 15 minutes of this half have been spent with all 11 players in the Freiburg half. And it's Mannheim building again here, cutting back. Barn trying to find one of its attackers in the middle. I didn't manage to find any of them though. Ehrman and Okpala, Raze all there. Another free kick, and I think, yes, it'll be another yellow for the goal scorer, Al Gadioui. Over to apologise and help. Old man, Seckelman up to his feet. He'll get a double change for the away side. Armband passed over by the departing Julian Stark. Felix Algaya, one of the players to enter the fray. I think Gabriel Pellegrino the other. Confirmation on that. There is indeed Pellegrino. Another youngster. He's 19 years of age. And Algaya barely out of his teens. 20. Can that youthful energy do much for Freiburg? Do with some cool heads at the back. Guy is a CDM by trade. See exactly where he operates today. Okpala has looked bright since coming on, getting involved. Nice footwork, getting stuck in there as well. As is Abifade. Mannheim win it back and then win a free kick. Confirmation that the man to make way is Davino Napa. Space for Siegert. He tries his luck from range, and it's spilt by Sorter. Danger still not totally over. Barn brings it off. And the effort from Riekman. Deflected wide for a corner. There is Siegert. Testing Sorter. Didn't fancy trying to hold on to it. And then was relieved to see that one past the opposite post. Freiburg up against it here. Another set piece to deal with. Delivered in low again. This one will be a goal kick. More often than not, they are coming in driven low. Those Waldhof corners. A couple of times effective. I'd say overall, they are failing to beat the first man at the near post. Farner. It's the 1-2, but gives it away. Settleman nicking in. And carrying on, the centre-back still going all the way. But again, whistles past that far post. Knocking on the door though, Mannheim. Good opportunism by the centre-back and then just allowed to venture forwards. A moment before where he was fouled by Al-Gadiui. In truth, perhaps the centre-back's finish. Nonetheless, good work by Settleman. Kengo doesn't get the decision he was hoping for. Throw going the way of Waldhof. More changes to be had for the away side. Thomas Damm doing his best to rectify what has been an underwhelming start to the second period. And I say start, we're 20 minutes in now. Freiburg have done very little. Seeger there, firing the ball into the face of Al-Gadiui. Still down, that will have hurt. Hard feelings. We're just having a word. Not sure what happened there between Bauer and Jans. Thomas Damm, son of a Swiss father and a German mother, spent most of his career in Switzerland. I suppose playing and coaching. Played for Grasshopper Club Zurich and his home club Schaffhausen. Fairly new to senior management. He is, as early as 2009, as a 26-year-old player, was also working as a youth coordinator at Schaffhausen. Became a coach of the under-18 team of FC Winterthur. And assistant coach for the Swiss national side, junior teams under-15, under-16. And then under-19 at Freiburg before stepping up to the full reserve side in 2021. It was all going so well last year with that second place finish. That feels a world away as this campaign has started. So another change is the response, at least for this game. Number 20, Marco Werner. Another teenager, and a set of youthful legs introduced, replacing the goal scorer. Unable, whether it was already the plan or not, to replace him. Clearly not feeling up to it after that blow to the face. Still dealing with the after effects, clearly. Maybe a slightly bloodied nose as well. A decent day's work for Al-Gadiui. Now can those that replaced him live up to his goal-scoring ability on the day? It's a wonderful finish. Now Freiburg will look for an equally good finish to this game. 20 minutes or so to try and find a winner, or certainly not concede. We'll see them lose again. Araze, quick feet. Not a bad delivery. And going down in the middle under the challenge of Jordi Makengo. Feels for a penalty from Mannheim. Once again, referee not swayed. Certainly eased forwards there. Okpala. Maybe going down a little easily. Been a few decisions to make for the referee. He's done a decent job overall with those decisions. Every time a member of the Waldhof attacking line goes down in the box, home fans are going to scream louder and louder now as they start to feel they're getting on the wrong end of these decisions. Another change now for the home side as well. And that is and Hawkins coming on. Two-year-old, German-born, but played for the under-18 US national side. And we got one so far this season. Scored during the 2-2 draw with Lübeck. And now another option for Waldhof to potentially utilise as they go forwards, and nearly finding Okpala there. Araze. As with the first half, though, this is just simmering as things stand. Freiburg cautious. Waldhof knocking on the door, but not knocking hard enough just yet. Now we'll have to wait and see if we get a similar crazy few minutes as we did in the first half to really open up this game and it's a dramatic finish one way or another. Hansen. Varner makes the run forwards, but safe option of Serge Müller was the choice made by Varner. Pellegrino getting involved for the first time. It's being slowly built. This is better from Freiburg. Just hooking the ball forwards. He's now with Ulgaier on the right. Make anything of this. He might not be able to. Mannheim have a man down. It is put out sportingly by Joel Bixel. Not sure exactly what the problem is. May well change the decision of whoever was due to come off here. Some more changes are made. He is able to get back up to his feet, but whether he'll be able to continue, we'll have to wait and see. It's Pascal Somme waiting to come on. He's been the regular, well, I say number 9, he's the number 10. He's played that number 9 role. I think that is the end of the day for Isaiah Hermann. Good performance all in all, and put in the cross for Mannheim's only goal so far. On comes Pascal Somme to 2 goals to his name so far this season. Scored during that 3-1 win over Preußen Münster, and then the 2-1 loss to Dynamo Dresden. Now as a substitute, he'll be looking to do the same again here. He'll be the one to provide the spark that this game perhaps needs heading into the final quarter of an hour. It'll be down the other end, Johansson looking to break away. Johansson has often been the bright spark for Freiburg in recent weeks. Here's again. Nice back heel for Makengo. His delivery coolly dealt with by Abifade. He's dropped a little deeper since the introduction of Okpala. And ball. Decision against Pellegrino. Plays it forwards, and that's brilliantly done by Okpala. Nearly flicking it through on goal. A bit of improvisation. Playing it forwards towards the substitutes. Goes down. Once again, a decision. Draws the wrath of the Waldhof crowd. Riekman challenging. Mind that one goes unpunished. Hands them back possession. Being told kick the ball off by the referee, encouraged to do the sporting thing as Mika Bauer stays down. Becoming a more common occurrence. You have to say it's not just Freiburg players who are perhaps arguably looking to defend this result. We have had a few injury problems for both sides. I think it's foot there. Seems to be undamaged. Not asked to leave the pitch either by the referee. So we are back 11-11. 1 against 1 on the score sheet. We can be the one to make the difference here. That's nicely worked. Okpala's waiting in the middle. And just got away from him. Doesn't get away from Abifade though. And now it's in again to Okpala. He holds onto the ball and tries his luck. And it finds the net. His luck's in. And Okpala, the substitute, has threatened before. And now he makes good on those threats with a goal. And Waldhof have the lead again. For the second time, Mannheim claimed the lead. It was nice work with Araze again. They've combined well since Okpala came on. Great improvisation to hang on to the ball after initially slipping. As he tried to make the ball away, but quickly back on his feet and then firing it low beyond the outstretched hand of Nicolas Sauter. And once again, the Mannheim crowd bounces as they see their side take the lead. Now, this time, can they hang on to it? Certainly, for more than 3 minutes. Graham. Cautious smile on his face, but he knows that Freiburg seems to be a different prospect now. Nothing to lose. In a season where they've lost many games, it will surely be all-out attack for the remaining 12 or so minutes. That first wave is well dealt with, though, by Mannheim backline. The Okpala, 18-year-old, gets his first professional goal, and in some style as well. He could have a big impact on his side. What had been a tricky campaign up to this point. Maybe this could set the wheels in motion. Another win here. Another opportunity to build momentum. It was back-to-back wins around a month ago for a loss and a draw, but must be starting to look a bit more perhaps like fans and players and technical staff would have expected from Waldhof. They can secure another 3 points here and move up into the top half. Freiburg very much not out of it, though. Still just a deficit of 1. Look to choose an answer quickly, and it's Spilt, and here could be the answer. No, it goes just over. I think the corner, a decision, appeals from and Christoph Bartels there. To see the replay if it was the attacker or his own man who got in his way. It was an attacker. Important sliding challenge. Saves the day. Nearly an instant response again from Freiburg. Just look how the dynamic has changed. We spent most of the second half with the best part of 22 players in the Freiburg half. Now it's all down the other end. Another slide from Riekman. It's enough, in fact, for a goal kick. Or not. 12 players would have been a little worried about conceding again quickly after scoring as they did in the first half. They have survived that initial onslaught. Now it's about whether they can nail this down and hold out as strongly as you'd have to say Freiburg did for a very long time. It was mostly an attack versus defence drill, really, of the second half. Come back to bite them, Freiburg. Do invite more pressure on yourselves. As they're not quite able to himself a throw or a corner there. Freiburg will look to bring this away with Makengo on the left. Hansen ahead of him again. Here's your Hansen. 1-2. Siegert. The captain's armband. Now leading by example. That will be the end of Araze's day. Involved in the second goal. And another decent showing from the Austrian. be the number 15 on in his place. Harpstein to shore things up a little. Certainly a defensive change. Centre back on for an attacker. Plan clear to see for Waldhof in these final minutes. Freiburg have shown what they could do on the counter during this game, but they've already had suspended or sustained periods of attacking football. Now that's what they'll need to do for the remainder of the game. Also introduced was Per Lockel. Changed to shore things up a bit more attacking as a midfielder. The 22-year-old will surely be doing more defending than attacking in the next 5 minutes and whatever additional time we get. Once again, it's Johansson and Makengo combining down the left. Johansson cuts inside, drops his shoulder into the box, and he picks someone out in the middle. No, but it found its way to the back post. Somehow, though, it was headed over by the new captain, Breunig. About the only chance he's really had today to add to his 2 goals this season. Great work by Johansson. Deflection, though, took it to Breunig. He got above his man. Used every centimetre of that 1.93 metres that we mentioned earlier, but couldn't keep the ball down. We're having to go back. Freiburg need to play this out. And impressively, Waldhof press higher up the pitch and nearly win it back. That is the difference between parking the bus and using the Gegenpress, as popularised by Germany's own Jurgen Klopp. Leaves more risk at the back. There will be spaces to exploit. Freiburg have threatened pretty rarely, aside from that one moment with the goal scorer, Al Gadioui. Pressing from the front is working. Seckelman on the left wing. Could kill the game off with the third here. It's given away by Lockel. Freiburg will have possession back with a free kick. Time running out, though. They have scored just 6 so far coming into this game in the division, which was the joint lowest in the Dritte Liga. Is that now 7? Still, goal scoring has been a frequent issue for Freiburg so far this campaign. Last year, the club's highest ever finish in the German football pyramid, I should say. 1 away from perfection for a reserve side. They've scored no more than a single goal in 8 of their last 9 away matches against Waldhof. Have been scoring an average of less than a goal a game in their league matches so far this campaign, and we're on course to remain with both of those statistics ringing true. And it has, in a way, followed the form book. Instead, Waldhof not afraid to score a few goals. They did concede a little carelessly in the first half, but if they can hold on here, it could make all the difference to them. They have conceded in the second half in 7 of their last 8 games, though. I said about the late equaliser last time out. That came in the 88th minute. We're beyond that now. And Okpala is denied a free kick and then remained down. It'll be a final double change for Freiburg. A final roll of the dice from Thomas Stamm. Pascal Fallmann. Some instructions. Young Austrian, 19 years of age. Replaces Bauer, who had a hit and miss game. And that kind of demonstrative of how things have been going for Freiburg. Not the first time they've given it away in this game. And they need to be getting the ball up the field, given away by Niklas Sorter. Not sure what Thomas Stamm will do now with the goalkeeping situation. As I said earlier, 4 goalkeepers already used in 8 games after that injury to Benjamin Uphoff. Promising start for the young Finn. So Jantinen, and 4 goals conceded. Sorte came in, given his opportunity, but he's conceded 2 in what looks set to become another loss. Unless Freiburg can strike back here late on. 1 minute of stoppage time already elapsed. Here's the last chance saloon for Freiburg. A free kick though. Another foul given away by Per Lockel. In truth, pretty much all he's done since coming on. The way free kicks, but breaking up the game, maybe that's part of the plan for Rüdiger Rehm. Not allowing Freiburg to get any momentum. This is an opportunity to lift it into the box, though. It remains with Freiburg. Varner again into a good area, headed away. Johansson swings and misses. And now it's Waldhof with the opportunity to break. Play is over. One of them, Lockel, on the left, but still going on, all on his own. And they just kill the game off. Finishing in style. Jelen Hawkins. Points to his head, he knew just what he was doing. Turned down the option. And fired a third past Niklas Sorter. He said he scored during the 2-2 draw. This one secures 3 points and a win for his side. He's carried the ball on and on. Freiburg defence backed off. Makengo allowing too much space, and as he got to the box, firing it low and hard past Niklas Sorter. And that should be job done for Waldhof. 3-1. And he survived the fight back this time. No quick equaliser from Freiburg. And instead, it is the home side who score late on. Okpala. And to say it's the substitutes that have made the difference. Rüdiger Rehm's choices. All the players he's introduced have worked wonders. 2 substitutes, the goal scorers. Okpala and Hawkins now. And now just a case of seeing things out for however much remains of the stoppage time. There's no way back for Freiburg though, and they will remain second bottom. And again, Philipp Warner is summing things up there. A careless moment that gives away a throw in needlessly. Mannheim more efficient on the day. Now playing for time, taking nothing for granted. Just going through the motions. This will lift them considerably up the table. Team still to play. But as things stand, they are in the top half, courtesy of a 3-1 win. Certainly deserving on the day, the better side. They made dominance early on in the game pay with a 1. Friedlin Wagner scoring after 33 minutes. Hamadi Al-Gadioui equalised shortly after. They had to wait, they had to work. Patience paying off though. That man, the substitute, Kennedy Okpala, finally finding the breakthrough after 78 minutes. That made it 2-1. Maybe a nervous wait to the end. But Jalen Hawkins making sure of the 3 points in stoppage time. Breaking away and making the most of the counter-attack. And Waldhof win for the first time in 3 games. Freiburg's wait continues. They remain in the drop zone. As for SV Waldhof, it is, at least temporarily, up into the top half. They'll look to build on that momentum in the weeks to come.